Silver Lake, the Echo. I mentioned that I remembered when this neighborhood was extremely Mexican with a lot of gangs, but none no more. It's a good old positive rockin' city, and guess what? Brant Bjork's here. How you doing, Brant?
Good, man.
Let's start off real quick. Let me ask you something. I mean this sincerely, but I don't want to stray from, the professional realm. Is there really that many hot chicks out there in the desert?
I think the desert breeds
Smoking, dude.
Breeds a particular female that is worthy, for sure.
How would I survive a profusely sweaty fat fuck out in the desert and be sexy enough to attract these people?
I think you'd do well in the desert area, for sure.
Fat fucks out there?
Yeah, well, you got your clean beard all dialed in and your Chicano vibe. I think you'd be batting at least 500.
Thank you, Brent. Let's get into it. Today is the last day of the tour. You've been touring religiously. Different parts of the states playing your music. How has the response been?
It's been great, I'm really grateful and lucky to have a lot of dedicated fans who've supported me for many, many years. And, it was great to tour the States, which I haven't done in a long time, and see a lot of old familiar faces and a lot of new ones. And the reactions and the feedback was overwhelmingly positive, And the American love is awesome.
Let me tell you why you have that American love. Because your music is very sincere, man. There's no PR fucking bullshit / artist image type record industry influenced. Even though they're broke now, they still have that right? They still try to have you a certain way for marketing. What comes with Brant Bjork is real, true, sincere, organic rock and roll, man. Good vibe. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that, because in this day and age, we all need some good music to rock out to and forget our troubles.
100%. I mean, as a young kid, like a lot of kids, frustrated, confused, angry, rock and roll made me feel good, and it made me feel like I could do something with my life, and it kind of raised me, and it kind of made me feel like life could be positive. And so I'm just kind of looking at my career in music as just kind of giving back to what music gave me as a young kid.
And you enjoy it.
Love it.
No, you really do enjoy it.
It's my life force, man.
You enjoy playing?
I have fun. I mean, fun, rock and roll is fun. Rock and roll, I mean, it's all about having fun, I mean, yeah, there's some healing involved, for sure, but it's about having fun.
You know what I like about your shows and your music when I put them on is the fact that, aside from it being sincere and real, the fact that you enjoy it. In other words, I know that what you create is because you want to create it. It's organic. It's real. Where I'd say the last 25, 30 years, man, there's a lot of artists that you enjoy their music, but you can see the being forced to put it out. Yeah. And then here's the best part. Last year, I was very happy to see, 4 songs until that big fat guy jumped off the stage and fucked up the whole show?
Oh, you saw that.
I was there, and I was very upset.
That was, wow, man. I remember being a kid, when you jumped off the stage, it was because you were seeing the Ramones or something, and it's like some blitzkrieg music, but that was our slowest song too. That was a bit bizarre. I think he was a fish out of water.
Here's the deal: you want to jump off the stage, fine, but don't stop the show. Don't stop the music ritual.
Yeah, it was a bit bizarre, and I knew he had hurt himself, and it was strange. I mean, I've played for many years, and I've seen some pretty bizarre things, but that was in the top couple. I didn't really know what to do, and I figured I'd just stop until they carried him out on that stretch. I mean, Jesus, man. Yeah, we were shook up for a good couple of days after that. But
he won't be here tonight, right?
I'm guessing not. Okay. yeah, I'm guessing. I think he's done with rock shows for a while.
How have you been able to maintain not only the love and the whole juvenization of playing live, the ritual? Because every time I've seen you play live, it seems like it's a ceremony where it's not repetitive. It's a different experience every time. Unlike other artists where a year, 2 years go by, you see them and it's the same fucking thing. Predictable.
Well, I have a combined love of strategic, conceptual rock and roll bands like the Ramones and Kiss and Devo and things like that. But then also I love the Grateful Dead. So I kind of combine the two. You know, that's kind of what I've always done. And you know, the Dead to me were a band that enjoyed what they did, and it was always a celebration of the moment, and you know, and they weren't afraid to combine all their influences and be musical. And but also I love bands like the Ramones and Kiss that are just, you know, raw and fun and you know, real and really like classically arranged pop songs, and I enjoy that too, you know. So.
You gel those genres that you mentioned very well. But what I like is the fact that you really use the freedom. Let me elaborate a little bit. I'd say again, the last 20-25 years, musicians have, for whatever reason, allowed themselves to become shackled to this certain creative prison where they don't want to venture out, where they want to stay somewhat safe, so the demographics end up purchasing, you know, their music or what have you. I've always liked the freedom that you've always expressed in your music. In other words, you'll have a slow, groovy, emotional tune one minute, and then a nice, hot, rockin' tune the next. And I really like the emotional roller coaster that your music brings. Is that also something that you've were influenced in the past and encompassed into your music now?
100%. I mean, as much as I love the Ramones and these bands that I referenced, it's like, you know, I just knew that music was my life, and it was going to be my you know, my lifestyle. And I, you know, as much as I enjoy hard, fast rockin' music, it's like I don't want to be subjected to having to do that my whole life. I look at an artist like Howlin' Wolf, and you know, he really knows naturally and instinctually celebrated good times and bad times, and you need to have a heavy number, and then you'd have a really joyful celebratory number, and I like that level of intensity where it's like, you know, the blues and some of that boogie and stuff is something that you can go on and play forever, you know. So
never ending.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I got the whole idea to just kind of keep it the way it is.
And it's always fresh on stage when you're live.
Yeah. Well, I grew up playing live out in the desert as a kid. I mean, that was what it was all. I mean, there was no ambition to be a recording artist. It was only about playing live at parties for friends and stuff. So that's how I became a musician.
So how do you get that rockin' alive vibe in a sterile studio when you're recording?
Well, that's what makes the recording art an art. It's very difficult, and that's what makes people like Zeppelin and Sabbath and Hendrix, that's what makes them amazing, because they
you're in that category, my friend.
Oh,
maybe economically way down, but
yeah.
Energy wise, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a compliment. Yeah, I think the recording art it's an art form, and it's difficult, and that's why you got to respect all those greats in the 50s, 60s, 70s. I mean, the Beatles were obviously the masters. The Stones. I mean, I think the Stones are probably the best, the most. I would have to champion them as the best band that figured out how to record a record and have it be organic, but also something that you could listen to and appreciate as a recording.
Yeah.
I mean, Sticky Fingers is a, you know.
You're talking prior to Tattoo You, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Yeah. I'm going to put you on the spot there.
Yeah, appreciate it.
The Tao of the Devil. This is what you're going to... Tao of the Devil. This is what you're going to be jamming out to tonight, along with other favorite tunes. New music. Anything coming up soon?
Yeah, we got a live record coming out.
Nice.
Yeah, this fall. It's great. We just wrapped that this last week. In fact, it just got mastered this weekend. John McBain, from old original guitar player from Monster Magnet's been mastering my stuff for some time now. Excuse me. And so he just wrapped that. So we'll be putting that out sometime in the fall, probably around October. And then Bub and I are already rounding up production for the new record. So yeah.
Anything we could throw out there as far as possibly a release date or anything? A year or anything?
I'd say I'd like to get a new record out. Oh, maybe spring of 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. One of the things that I've always enjoyed is live music. What I mean by that is, seeing an artist like Brant Bjork live, and then in my bedroom putting on a record and give me that same feeling in my room of a live experience. This artist here has done this very well for many, many years. Let me read a quote with you real quick here. Do your own thing, your own way, for your own reasons. That says it all right there. Everyone should follow that, and the world would be a lot better. Brant Bjork, thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank you.
And we're up.